Hey everybody, my name is Bradley Dunn, also known as Stu95 on YouTube, and I'm here on BigJackFilms today to bring you a Star Wars review. Finally, I get to review a Star Wars game, and I figured this is the perfect time, because not only are Star Wars reviews currently going out on BigJackFilms, but a new Star Wars movie is out, and it's just killing it in the box office. Ooh, boy, I want to get the liquor out. Anyways, I'm going to dump that bad boy over there. Today we're going to be looking at Star Wars Rogue Squadron on the Nintendo 64. So, let's take a look at her. Star Wars Rogue Squadron takes place between Star Wars A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. You play as Luke Skywalker and take out enemies along with a number of X-Wing pilots known as Rogue Squadron. You have to complete 16 levels divided into 4 chapters, and you will know what chapter you're in from the classic Star Wars scroll shown before it. Aside from taking out enemies, you also have to protect cargo and help out in rescue missions, among other things. The pros. The pros are something you will notice right away. The graphics look great, especially if you have an expansion pack. I recommend that you have one before you play this game. However, it isn't needed, unlike Donkey Kong 64, which required it to play the game. The sound effects and music are like something straight out of Star Wars, and even has an assortment of original music throughout the game. Another huge pro is the amount of ships that can be used, from X-Wings, Y-Wings, A-Wings, the Millennium fucking Falcon, and even a car. Yeah, I don't get that one either. This game is honestly just a blast, and I cannot help but have a lot of fun playing it. I feel like this like half the time I play it.
Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick on the cannons. Use the force. They're coming too fast! It's late! Wait! My shields are gone! Alright! I'm going in!
Oh, some game, huh?
Some game!
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating. And it gets
The cons. There aren't many cons, to be perfectly honest, but I do have a couple minor things worth mentioning. One thing that kind of sucks is the draw distance. I mean, this is normal for N64 games, but I find it sometimes hard to get a shot from a distance, as that part of the screen isn't fully loaded yet. Having the expansion pack helps a bit, but it can still be a bit of a problem. Another small issue I have with this game are the controls. Now, don't get me wrong, controlling the ships themselves is fine. You can control the speeds pretty well, and most of the controls aren't a problem. My problem with them is trying to get an accurate shot. In the sky, it isn't as much of a problem. Granted, I do find I have to shoot an enemy sometimes a lot in order to kill them, as aiming a good shot is a bit difficult. The bigger issue is trying to get a ground shot. Trying to shoot things on the ground, like tanks and AT-ATs, can be a pain in the ass. I find myself constantly having to circle around these fucking things in order to kill them, as well as just crashing the ship. Whether or not I just suck ass at the game, I don't know, but I do feel shooting enemies is a pain. If there was like a lock-on feature or something, this may be easier to do, but this game doesn't have that, so it's just a lot of trial and error. Really, aside from that though, there isn't much to complain about in this game. It looks and feels great, and for an N64 game, LucasArts did a great job, and is definitely an improvement over Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. Final thoughts. Star Wars Rogue Squadron is overall a really good game. The controls, while not perfect, control pretty decently. The graphics for the time are great, especially if you have an expansion pack. The amount of ships you can fly and levels to explore is fantastic. Some of the maps though do look kinda plain, but this is N64 we're talking about here, so you just kinda have to deal with what you get. Overall, Rogue Squadron is a must-play for Star Wars fans and a must-own if you collect N64 games. I'm gonna give Star Wars Rogue Squadron an 8 out of 10. A great game and definitely an N64 gem worth playing and owning. That, guys, was Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the Nintendo 64. A fantastic, awesome game and a lot of fun. I recommend it to everybody. What is that, R2? A message from BigJackFilms? Well, patch him in.
Oh, God, look at me. I look like Hatsune Miku up in this shit. Oh, hey, Brad. Good to see ya. I see your review of Rogue Squadron seems to have paid off because I need your help.
Look, it's about your copy of Battlefield 1. I lost it, okay?
No, you idiot. Look, you're not gonna believe me, but I just caught up with the Rebel Alliance, and we're gonna make an airstrike on the city of Toronto to take it back from the Empire.
Well, I kind of figured a Star Destroyer circling the Earth was your fault.
Well, bottom line, the airstrike needs a guide to direct them through the attack. I need you to pilot an X-Wing and command the squadron.
How do you expect me to drive an X-Wing? I can't even drive a good round in Mario Kart.
Well, what if I were to tell you that your own personal X-Wing was piloted, licensed, and controlled by a Nintendo system?
Attention Nintendo Squadron. You are being directed to the Rebel fleet. Stay clear of all enemy